couple more minutes on this because I want to get to the fun stuff. But a few things I'm noticing on the claw and the breakdown are when y'all are getting the claw, some of you are just grabbing on this shoulder. I'm not pulling him in, I'm not doing anything. So when I say drop my shoulder below his armpit, I mean drop it low so that I can get all the way on the top of his neck right here and pull it in. You see how that's a big difference? He's kissing his own arm, and that does like half the work for me. And then once I'm driving and I'm here, once I'm hitting the tilt, some of you are just letting this leg hang free until you throw it in. I'm pinching my knee into his side here. While I drive my face in, while my toes are in the mat, my knee is pinched to his side so that tiny, like I barely have to move my leg to throw it in. It's already in. And then a couple of you asked about why can't they just roll into me? I'm scooting my body just a tiny bit out, my elbows up in his face. This makes it where he doesn't really have any leverage, and if he ends up having any, I can either roll him through or just force him flat. All right, y'all got that? A couple more minutes. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go power half for now. Start on moves, those are fun. So whatever, if you like a different setup, you can do whatever you want. But if you're liking the claw, keep working that. I think it's fun. So once I get this claw in, I get them back flat. First thing I do, especially from the claw, it's really easy to do. I try to extend their arm out here. My arm is at their elbow. Right here, their elbow is what bends. If I stop that, he has nothing to bend. He can't really move. So that's ideally, from any position, this is where I want to get before I hit my power halves. And from there, hands on the head, I'm cranking up before I even think about starting to scoop. Because right here, I have his hips pinned, he can't really fight it, his elbow's up. And then from there, I switch my grip. My right hand grabs his hand, my left hand's starting to crank. And from there, I slowly scoop my shoulder down. If you like taking your legs out, that's what I've been liking lately. I take my legs out and just rock them in your pin a lot of the times. I'm so sorry for your shoulder.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So again, set up your legs. However, if you're lazy, the biggest thing is extending this arm. You can hit your power halves all sorts of ways if you like. If you can extend this arm. So again, I'm going up, and then I'm going down across. Once I get here and I start going across, is when I switch my grip. You can even do this type of stuff. Kind of fun. Then from there, I like to drop, little scoop, little scoop. And then by then, as I'm done scooping, my legs are out, I get them pinned. Anybody have any questions? How do I extend his arm? Who asked that? Okay, that's what you asked them, right? How to extend their arm. So whether I'm on a, like if I'm, if I'm flat and they're just really keeping their arm in, I might have to start opening him up, threatening other stuff. Because if I'm here, he has to bring that arm open, and then I can find my leverage to get here. So once I'm here, I'm keeping it to where his hand's off the mat. My hand's up, because then I can work other turns there too. You know, reverse crossface. You can even start working this arm across the back. But yeah, that's the easiest way to get it extended, is to start working other things that force him to bring his arm out. Or, like I was saying earlier, once you finish that claw tilt, you already have their wrist. So as you're getting flat, you're gonna try and free their wrist. So you just let them do that. You get their arm up, just over the head, leg out, scoop it deep. See how I'm elbow deep here? He's eating my armpit. Yeah. Anybody? Y'all got it? Y'all want to see over it?
And notice how he's keeping his hips cracked, but he's letting the body turn. A lot of times, like I was a victim to this, I didn't let their hips turn. So I'm
you don't let
wrenching
the
on
hips
their upper
turn,
body.
yeah, see, this, they're not going to go over until he's leaving their hips in place. He really can't. Only his shoulder can. That's why I keep my knees pinched, but I'm slowly releasing. Yeah.
Right? So one of the biggest things, a lot of times, so I would wrench, and who here actually like has run power half before with legs? How many times have you guys been stopped by the ref because you're wrenching their shoulder too hard and they're not turning? You have to let them turn. If you start ripping and their arm starts going like this and they can't turn their hips to actually turn, like you're stopping them from being able to turn. So you all have to loosen up your legs just a little bit, but he's pinching his knees the entire time to let his hips turn. So that's a huge point. So much is focused on the upper arms have to be able to let them turn. And we don't want anybody ripping up their shoulders right now.
So you don't necessarily keep it in. So what you do, or kind of trying to explain earlier, is as I'm getting him over, see how my legs just slowly move? My knees are still around his body. But my leg slowly kicks out as I'm doing this. And he's kind of focused on this, so he can't really reach my leg anyway. There's not much to do about that.
Trust me, bottom guy does not want to keep your leg in.
No.
He doesn't want it to come out.
He is fine with it coming out.
You got a question?
Not necessarily, but you have to have a way to open his hips up. Like, I've used to hit power halves where I would kind of tilt him back a little bit more like this, but it's the same thing. I have to make his hips move. Whatever I'm doing has to open them up. Full Nelson is both are under the shoulders here. Power half one's over, like this. So you're not, yeah, both hands are pushing down on the head, but this one's here. To see here, this wrenches both of his shoulders. He can't do anything. That's why it's illegal. Here, he has a whole arm to fight with until you take it away with something else. But, you know. Does that make sense? Y'all good? Any more questions? Anybody want to see it again? I'm kidding. All right, let's go. 1, 2. So one of the biggest things I'm seeing, first of all, when I'm hitting this, I usually hit it to the opposite side of the leg I have it. You can hit it to the same side. I've always had problems with people rolling through when I do that. Because it feels like I don't have the traction enough when you're going over. But anyways, so first thing I'm seeing is y'all are straightening the arm pretty good and getting it here. But once you get it here, some of you are kind of just like letting your elbow sag or letting it fall backwards. Really straighten your arm when you're first starting. I straighten my arm. See how that puts a ton of pressure on your shoulder? You can feel it right there. And then from there, still slowly letting the legs out. Even in a match, it's gonna be slow. It might take 10, 15 seconds sometimes. That's the deal. But then from there, I'm slowly getting my legs out until I can drop. I go from here to my elbow hitting the mat to scoop his head. Some of you are just not scooping the head a lot. You're ending up like over the body too much. Just really focus on, once you're here, that punch to the mat, elbow drop, and then scoop. Take it as like 3 small steps. Because even in a match, sometimes you might do it. But does that make sense? All right, let's get it. 1, 2. From his butt to side. I like to hit my own foot here because that allows me to kick and bring his hip over. And his hip's on this side, that's when I can actually reach under to here. So again, I do the claw and all that, I'm going power half, then he brings that shoulder and I'm like, okay. And then immediately after I push that in, I'm gonna have to bring my left arm out to a 1-arm push-up. I'm kicking him around in a circle, scooping his head in, getting backs. Another way I can make it hurt my hand. Anybody have any questions?
Can you do it one more time from the start? Walk through it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if y'all haven't noticed by now, he rides legs just as much as me. Why is he tripping in?
Figure 4 is too.
So when I'm figure 4, that means my foot right here is going over my knee, kicking up with it. I want this foot, the free foot, arching up in the air so that my hips go into him. This doesn't feel good. A lot of the times, I've had a lot of matches where I just ride people like this for 2 minutes straight. You can't really do much. So again, I missed my power half. I'm pushing this arm in, kicking, cross-facing. My hand goes under the shoulders, right around where that A is. And then as I do that, bringing this opposite arm out, kicking my foot in a circle. I have my toe on the mat here, kicking me in a circle, pulling his face into my chest. And there's some other fun stuff in there, but we'll start with that. Any questions? One more? All right, yeah. Anything you want to add, Coach Wesley? I'm usually driving my knee up the butt too. That's what helps get this foot up, helping me arch. And then again, I'm pushing this in. My cross face, into my hand, pulling the space in, walking my foot out, and right into my back. Don't worry about it. All right. Sometimes from the whole progression, you can start plateau or work to everything. But once I get them flat, say same thing. I can't go power half. I have that high figure four.
I can watch
I'm
too.
gonna
It's
open
okay,
their
watch.
hips up. This helps with pretty much anything regardless. But I want to open their hips up right here. A lot of times this comes, I'm going kick over, he's just not going over there. So I post this leg up. I have his feet still split. So I go from here with that figure four to here. This arm's blocking him from crawling anywhere. And then this hand, while I have myself blocked, I'm reaching under and grabbing his foot. If his foot's bent, I can get this, and he's kind of not able to straighten it once I have it. So then from here, kind of just rocking him back like a tilt or like a cradle. Right here. Sometimes you can get your own count, sometimes they eventually just hit really hard with the leg get free. Same thing, just archer this back in. You can get his hips open, that's great. So again, maybe working on power half, you kick over, I kick over here, I'm posting, I slide this knee up, or I'm not going to be balanced. If I'm just here, he has a lot of space, he can get his leg out or he can bury himself. So I slide this knee up, I'm blocking him with this hand and kind of with my chest, so I can reach under, I grab his foot, I rock him back. 1, 2. A little bit of a fun move. Wouldn't say it works at the highest level, but I've made this work at the national level in high school. Made it work at the local level for sure.
State. He hit this in the state.
I was gonna say I hit this in the cities of state. It works. Maybe not against the best of the best, but it works. So does anybody want to see it one more time?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
figured.
turn, Justin. Justin, turn the other way. Yeah, one more time. One more, Curtis. Right there. Right there.
Again, I get my leg in, I'm driving, kick over, get it, this left knee slides up, this knee's posted up. Because this knee being up blocks him a lot too. If I'm just here, he's going to be able to win for like he just hit from the open. And I'm reaching under his leg and over his foot. So it's under, over. And I'm pulling that in. I'm basically making his leg do a figure four. I'm rocking him back. Get my knees under his body now. Pulling him into me. I have actually locked the cradle from here. It's something y'all can play with if you want. I'm going to go from the edge a lot. And from here, switch here, foot. Whatever.
What's your left hand doing?
My left hand is mainly just blocking him for most of the time. So once I kick over here, I'm here. Once I roll it over, my left hand, oh yeah, it's pulling shoulder point. Thanks, coach. So yeah, I'm pulling his shoulder, and I like to pull him in. I grab his armpit here, kind of his head area. That's why it's easy if I wanted to transition here, I can transition here. Thanks, coach. I forget what I'm doing. All right, does that make sense? Y'all want to try it? All right, let's go. 1, 2.